Hi everyone, it's Susan and I've just done a design that I would like to share with all of you. What this is, I created this design in uh, one of my graphic programs, but what I did, I printed it using a toner printer. So I'm going to do some toner foiling and we're going to see how nice this is going to turn up. I'll explain in a second how this all works. So I'm going to get some toner foiling. That's not the cold one I want. Toner foiling. And I've got some nice toner foiling even here. I'm going to do it in pink, I think, this time round. So let's get one out. These are very, very, very fine. So you need to really make sure you only get the one you need out. What I'm going to do is, because we are going to use the mink, you need to have it the nice side upwards. The rest will be stuck to where my design is. So I'm just going to get my mink machine ready, and then we'll see how this is all going to turn out. I'm going to stick that on like so. Let's get this from underneath, hoping not to mark it. I'm going to switch it on. I like using it at about 4. What I'm going to do, get that ready to go there. I'm going to place it in my carrier sheet. Let's see where I've placed it. It's just here. I'm going to get that ready in my carrier sheet. I like to use a couple of pieces of wax paper in between. And the only reason I like to do that is I don't like to mess my folder. This was from somebody else. I bought the machine secondhand, although it was quite new. So let's get that warm up. Once that's warmed up, I'm going to pass that through. Now, I just bought this foil. I haven't yet tested it. They said that it is toner foil, so I'm hoping it actually is, and it turns out nice. Once it's ready, I'm going to show you what I then created. Or I could tell you while we're waiting for that to warm up. I have created 3 cutting files. They're SVG files, which are brilliant to go with your scan and cut. Okay, I've got the files ready. So I've got a file that has my design in it. That comes as a PDF file. Then I've got 3 files that I've done, one for the front, one for the top, and one for the side of my design. And I will show you how I use them. Once we color them, so I've done them on 300 GSM. You can do it on Mylar if you use it all the time. I did it on 300 GSM and cut it with my scan and cut. I've got the 3 files ready for it, and you see how beautiful that will turn out once I finish with it. Now, the other thing is, if you're gonna use this, you've got it up to an 8x8, so it will be really good to use it on any card, really. So I'm going to show you how this is going to turn out. I'm passing it through. It goes through slowly, which is good because there will be good adhesion with foil. Wait for the foil to go through. Now, once that come out, if it is foiled correctly, I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is not going to be a long video like usual. It's going to be very easy. So I've done that, and I'm going to check to see whether, oh yes, it looks like it has worked. Oh, yes. So I'm going to switch that off, and I can now take it and put it away behind me. I'll have room to work with my other pieces. Let's reveal and see what happens here. That seems to have gone through quite nicely. So let's have a look at it in there. Can you see? That has foiled really, really sparkly nice. Now, my next step, I might do another file and make the lines a bit thicker, which I can do. If that's the case, I will be selling my files. So if anybody is interested in buying these files, you can contact me and I will arrange for you to buy a set of files. There will be one is a PDF, but I'll do an extra PDF to have thicker lines if you want more foiling on it. And then there will be 3 cutting files. For me, they'll all be for the scan and cut. So I'm going to align my foil and my top one together like so. You align it as best as you can there. Once you do it, this button not has to go perfect every time, but you'll see how this is going to turn out. Then I've got a couple of brushes. One is for my pink, and I should have another one for my blues. I just dropped it in a drawer that I can't no longer open completely. It is. And what I'm going to do, I've got 2 colors. I'm going to use some distressing that I have. I'm going to start off with the blue. Now, I'm going to go lightly, just over it, giving it a light color. I don't want it too dark. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to just pass it over. Okay. Make sure you do not move it, and just pass it over to give it a bit of color. So that's the top one. If there's any light and shadow, the top one is always a little bit lighter. So I start off with one coloring just over each one to give it a bit of color in there. As I said, I don't want too much on there. I want a bit that this will show the color. I'm not pressing, but I want enough for it to go on to be having that nice color there. Last 2. Like so. I mean, you can use any colors you want. I'm just using these because I don't use a lot of, I do some, but not as many as I used to. So I still got some old colors. I've got quite a few, but I don't use much of them nowadays. Because I do a lot of different lessons and mainly using my computer, I don't use them as often as I should really. So that's my first one. It gave it that lovely design. Now I'm going to get the other blue one and I'm going to place it. And again, it will match your design exactly there. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a little bit more this time. So I'm going to just go over them a little bit darker than the other one. because this will have where the shadow goes. So I'm pressing more this time round because I want it to be a little bit darker. So you can do it once or twice. I want it a little bit darker than my original one. Because it gives it a nice contrast as well. A bit of dark one there. And I'm going to do the last bit here. And I'm going to give it a little bit there as well. So once you have defined, you can use it as many times as you wish. So that's been done. And there you go. That's my second one. And now for the third one, I'm going to do a slightly different color just to give it that little bit of a difference. I wanted it to be two-toned. So I'm going to set that one in place. Again, and they fit exactly right. They're about 1 millimeter smaller, which will leave a slightly bit of white, but it does not matter because it makes it look quite good actually. And I want to leave it quite light. So I'm going to start off my board and I'm going to go lightly because I don't want it too red and dark, this one, because I think it looks nicer if it's not very dark. As I move, when I see that the ink's finished, I tend to start not pressing, and then I press a little bit more when I see that the ink is nearly off my brush, to try to get them all the same sort of color. They're done. Got a few more to do, and this should be finished very easily shortly. The idea came, I saw a plate, but because the plate was so small and I wanted something bigger, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and create the file and do it so that we can have it on an 8x8 or near enough for an 8x8 card if you wanted to use it on an 8x8 card background. I mean, even for a men's card, this would be nice. You can do light colors like pinks or blues or 3 shades of pinks and blues and use it for a baby card. So it's a nice design. And there you go. That is the finished product. How easy, and I can use the word easy now, how easy was that to create this beautiful foiled design that I then used the stencil on. If anybody is interested in buying the files, by all means, just leave me a message down below in this below this video, and I will get back to you. I hope you liked it. If you know how to make it yourself, by all means, there is the idea. You can create your own files. Some people are able to do that, but if you can't or you don't feel like wanting to do it yourself, you can easily contact me and I'll be happy to sell you the files. Thank you for listening and watching. If you did like the video, please do leave me a thumbs up so that it will give me that energy to carry on doing a bit more for you. Thank you for now, and I hope to see you again very soon.